All right, I'll do like just quick like couple of things about the game, and then we'll go into like business time and all that stuff, and I'll try and keep the update fast because I don't want to be here. No, nah, it's more of an improv update because I already know what I'm gonna say, and I didn't want to wait until like next week, so I was just like, oh, I'll just do it now. Yeah, get your business socks ready. Well, I want to go through the kind of plan of what we want to do with the closed beta, the open beta, and stuff like this, and also KS refunds. So, you know, I just want to, I can get some feedback from you guys is always good as well. I think I've got to share my monitor, though, my desktop. That's scary. And my game is, my PC is struggling. I haven't probably restarted it since before Christmas. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, so this is new CTF map made by, I'm actually on an old client, lol, so some things haven't updated. But it's a CTF map because I told Prometheus, you have to do one thing before launch, you have to do the bot map. And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he made a whole CTF map in like 10, 11 days. So he snuck that one in because he's a cheeky git. It's called Quarry. I know we have another map called Temple Quarry, but that's getting renamed and also getting redone. Need to kind of push some of the team colors around on the woods. We wanted to make this map with a bigger middle because we found that some of our CTF games were not getting excessive in score, but it was hard to catch. And since you're playing 5v5, you want a little bit more opportunity to catch. Try not to just spam memes, because I do want to know what you guys are talking about. We're well aware this is a child's game. We've done the demographic. We've asked you guys to give us your ages. We know you're all under 12, so it's fine. We'll come back to that later. But yeah, it's really good. We haven't even play tested it yet, actually, because we've been so busy. We haven't had time to like play test. Most of the studio is in a frantic to kind of do as many last minute improvements. And we've got a couple of things that we're improving right now. So I'll give you an idea. The 2D art guys are working on logo, ranks, some additional stuff for the shop, so we can take all your money. And then the database guys are working on basically getting the game working properly with all the stuff that we need, like stats, etc. With the stats and websites. So we should have a website done pretty soon. So that's cool. Frog is endlessly working on just killing any bugs and last few features that we think we're going to be able to get ready. So mainly VoIP and anti-cheat, because we know you guys are so social that you're going to want to talk to each other in game. Does Frog ever sleep? Yeah, he does. Sometimes he just says he's going to take a nap, though, because he wants to wake up and do more work. But yeah, we're kind of, we've always been a little bit tied to his schedule on terms of being able to get stuff done. So we're just trying to work around him without any kind of like requests at the moment. But and then we did a audio visual team, which is 3 people. So we got extra help again from Dennis that helped us all the way back when we did the Kickstarter. He's really, really cool. He's worked on games like Satisfactory and other stuff for Coffee Stains, and he's with us for a month, and him and Anders are just polishing all the audio. So you'll notice like the rocket launcher sounds a little bit different. The pincer's been upgraded. It's still, they're going to master it and stuff. And I think the last 2 things that they've got to do outside of just polish and improvements is the audio on the movement for the egg bots. And then also they've requested something from Firefrog, and they were like, it's really important. And I think it was ambient nodes that could play, you know, stereo ambient noises. So when you stand at a ledge on a map that looks windy, you can hear wind. And apparently it was already done. it just broke, and then Firefrog fixed it. And then they've also got to do the sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're just doing vertical sounds for the enemy eggbot movement. So for example, I think it's probably about there. So if I am stood, and this would be like the last thing I talk about, the game stuff, and then it's business time. So if I'm stood here and the enemy's 4 blocks below me, they're going to have a slightly different footstep, jump sound, etc. And if they're above me, they're going to have, again, different footsteps and jump sounds. So that way, you'll be able to hear better if your opponents are above and below you. So we're going to kind of like do that with just changing the sound of the eggbots, right? Because you can't actually hear up and down. The only reason you know up and down in other games is just because you know the map. But we want to make sure that it's quite different. So if any opponent is 4 blocks above or below you, you'll get a different kind of sound that should be distinguishable from the normal kind of jump sound. So yeah, it's really important for these kind of games to have like good audio and that stuff. Yeah, but the team's awesome and they're kicking ass, and we don't crunch at the company, sorry to say. You know, we do have a lot of delays because of that, but I'd rather keep the team healthy. Apart from Frog, don't care about that guy. He's a robot. And me to some extent, but it's not like I'm always working. It's more I'm always available to be memed on in the Diabotical Discord channel. So yeah, that's, yeah, we'll just go and do business update time. Business update. Imagine healthy employees. Well, some of them work a lot because they just do. I can't stop some of them. Prometheus just plays Tarkov, but he can do a map in 10 days, so he's forgiven. So I got to share my screen now, and you guys are going to go with me over a notepad, which is pretty hype, right? No? Okay. So let's hopefully I do the right image capture, because otherwise... display, capture, yeah. Whoa. All right, business time. Notepad. Sorry, I'm not using Notepad++. Business time. Okay. So the last things, I'll just do. Last things we are trying to achieve is with the team. It's basically bugs, VoIP, anti-cheat, and then that's like Frog mainly, right? And then website is important, and then kind of audio and visual feedback, because that's one of the things that, like, in many ways, like, I know we have like competitors, right? But not really, because who could compete with me? But the audio and visual feedback is probably one of the things that will stop someone from Fortnite coming in and thinking it's a good game. Because, you know, we were kind of obsessed with making sure it was... yeah, I'm sick as well, by the way. So if I do sneeze, sorry. But, or someone else in the background. But this is one of the things that we feel that, like, will stop people from being able to kind of see what the potential in the game is, because they might just be like, it doesn't feel like a AAA game because the audio and visual feedback. And it's not because the guys aren't good at it, it's because we have our own engine, so we lose a lot of easy quality that you can get in Unreal Engine. So that's kind of like the big push, really, and there's 3 people working on that. And I would say that's mostly it, right? So what we're trying to achieve, or what we want to do, okay, is that we want to do the closed beta mainly for the Kickstarter people, okay, in Feb, right? And the game's good enough to let people play. It's it's more about like, is it the right time? But you know, I said Feb, so I'm not gonna let people tell me stuff isn't ready. I'll just be like, whatever, I give up. What we're gonna do, right? We're gonna have like a week 1 test, okay? So in the week 1 test, I don't know why I'm double space. Whatever. In the week 1 test, we're gonna do probably 3 game modes, and about, I would say, 7 maps. Now the game modes, they're very strategical, okay? So we're going to do arena, 1v1 and 2v2. This is kind of designed towards like easy duel, right? Because it's just gunplay, but you see your opponent, right? Then we want to do wipeout 5v5, because that's probably our best team mode right now. And also you don't have to pick up guns, easy. And then we're going to do Instagib crossbows, because it's better than normal Instagib, but you guys don't know that yet. And I need to come up with a cool name for it, but because you have a Weeble and a crossbow, I was thinking of calling it Weebo. But I don't know, that's a good idea. But that's also 5v5, okay? So during week 1, yeah, this is going to be NDA, right? Please don't stream, okay? It's more of a stress test. If you stream it, I'll be so upset, because the thing is, there's big streamers that will come to a game if it's new and fresh and it hasn't been seen on Twitch. If you guys are like, the good studio don't have the money to find me, which we don't, because you could totally break the NDA and we really probably can't do anything about it, then the streamers will be like, you know, I've seen this. I've seen people. Yeah, so, yeah. You know, so if you get 2 keys from the Kickstarter backer and you give it to someone, just give it to someone cool, okay? Because I don't want to have to go on Twitch and be like, ban this channel, take this down. And, you know, if I'm surfing any private websites that also have streaming services in my spare time and I see Diabotical there, I'll be very disappointed. But try and assume that it's really important to us and we'd really appreciate it. So yeah, please don't stream that. Okay. So this is like 1 week in February. Yeah? It might be a weekend, it might be a week. But the reason we do these 3 game modes is they're the easiest to pick up, right? And we want as many of the Kickstarter people in, because currently we have about 12 servers. We think low end we can host about 5 people per server. But we think when we improve the netcode and other stuff, netcode is actually one of the things that we're improving for this. Oh yeah, we also have warm-up mode, map editor, and we also have bot, shitty bots. We have like a bot arena. So there's warm-up mode, which is essentially like FFA with all guns, so you can mess around, the like continuous server. That you have access to the map editor, and you also have like a bot room, so you can, you know, test your settings. Okay. So we think that we can do about 300 people per server right now. Once we optimize it, we think it's going to be about 2K. I might get another set of servers because the Kickstarter invites it's probably like 10K keys will be going out, I think. Okay. And if you're in here, there's, you know, by all means, if you want to prepare content for your channels, if you're a YouTuber or somebody that wants to talk about settings and stuff like this, just record it, but just get it ready for launch, if you know what I mean. Like, that would be great. And then what we're going to do is, after we do week 1, no, why can't I open up another thing? I'll just keep going. I'm just going to keep using this. Sorry, guys. So week 2, what we're going to do is, so week 2 test is basically improve anything that's broken. We're probably going to add 2 game modes. and probably like, 4 to 5 maps. Okay. And then same stuff as in week 1. This is still like private. This is still like, we expect it to be like a 2-week thing. Hopefully we don't need 3 weeks in closed beta, because hopefully the game isn't arse after 7 years. I was going to say something here that was highly important. I can't remember. Oh yeah, we do want to stress test. So if KS people don't turn up, we So if chaos people don't turn up, it's likely we will use Discord to try get more peeps. So because we want to stress this and netcode and stuff, if KS people, because like I think our Kickstarter, it was like 1962. So unless you gave your passwords to your kids before you moved on, we might have a lack of players. But if we need more players, we'll probably do something in the Kickstarter, right? It's also important that we get more people in, just because we want as many kind of arena FPS players as possible. For the sole reason, we do have skill rating and we do have matchmaking, right? And we kind of want to use that time to figure out who's good, so that when we do the first open weekend, you guys aren't getting match made with people and forcing them to quit the game, okay? Because there's a lot of new gamers that might turn up, right? And we don't want you playing versus them. So basically, we kind of want to, we want to get some of your skill rating privately, just to kind of move you forward quicker. So we will take some of your details, spyware, basically. Let's make this bigger. Okay, and then if this goes well, if this doesn't suck, we do open next. If we suck, we do another week of closed NDA beta. And then what's going to happen when we do the open is we're going to reset the weeks. So we go back to week 1, right? But everything's more polished. The game modes are the same. And each week we just deliver new content, because we've got like 8 game modes or something, and they're close to 30 maps, I think it is. And that's a little bit overwhelming for a lot of new players coming in to the game. And we really want the new players to find the stuff that's been tested and is the most fun and we've had time to polish. It's a lot of maps. You guys don't believe how many maps there is? I'm not going to go through my PC. Yeah, but we have a lot of maps. And it's a little bit too much. So we want to kind of deliver the content on a weekly basis, more of a weekend basis, because the game might go up on Friday and go down on Monday, just to kind of focus, because it's going to be a lot of noise for us as a small studio if we leave the game up during the week. And also, if the game's not great during the week, you'll lose players. So the psychology is it really is test weekends, right? So hopefully every time we patch on Friday, you guys get new content. And then when the game feels strong enough, that's when we do the release. Okay, I think that's the plan. I think this is a fine plan, right? I think it's fine. Because basically we get the Kickstarter people in. They help us. We try and get more people in if we need them. We polish up the first 2 weeks with closed. And then what we do is we reset it and we do an open version. And the good thing about doing it closed first is we know if it works. So when the open happens, it's more about just servers. Okay, so great plan. Everyone's in agreement. If the plan fails and the game just dies, someone get a screenshot of the people in this chat, because they agreed with the plan with me. So I'm not taking the fall. Okay, so if it's dead on arrival, All right? It's on you guys. You signed off on this plan. You guys are the bosses, all right? Passing the blame. Game Development 101. Okay, so we've been really busy. There's probably a screenshot of this somewhere, but I'll just go back to the beginning. Kickstarter. I'll show you some stuff as well. Kickstarter refunds. So we asked for refunds because the game's going free to play and also Epic Game Store. I know some people don't like that. And I think we've got, I haven't done it yet. I think we have like maybe 500 refund requests, maybe 600. Do apologize because I've been really busy and I wasn't going to reply individually, and I was the only person that had access to everybody, so you can blame me. I didn't reply to you if you've messaged me. So the thing is, Kickstarter don't normally offer refunds. So we do not have your Visa, MasterCard info, okay? Please give PayPal info. I have to log into my PayPal and basically do about 600 to 700 probably refunds, okay? Which means I've got to phone my bank and I've got to tell them that I need to, this is not someone hacking me and I've got to give it back. Kickstarter do not have, we don't get any of the information. We don't get any information because Kickstarter don't do refunds. So they don't give us, like, we can't charge back on your card. So you have to give us your PayPal. That's the only way we can do it. So if you've sent me your PayPal and stuff, that's great. If you haven't sent me your PayPal in those comments on Kickstarter, please do. And then what will happen is before the keys go out, I've got to find time to log in and do about 700, 600 refunds. So I'll get the refunds done before the keys go out, so you're not like, don't get your key and you didn't get your money back. But the reason I didn't just start processing them straight away was A, I'm very tired and I was having Christmas, and B, I just wanted people to I just wanted the information to be sent over. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's 500-600 people, but I logged into my email and there was like when it groups the emails together, it was like 100, 200, 300, 400. And I think it got to about 500 and stopped. So I don't know if it's the same people just shouting at me, because I saw some comments when I checked it today, because I was like, I need to get around to doing this. And it was like, yo, the silence is not okay. But we weren't very clear about the refunds because honestly, we only just finished doing everything with Epic Games. And, it was kind of like, yeah, we're going to do it. So we asked people to tell us. And we weren't very clear on when it was going to happen, how it was going to happen. But it's PayPal and you'll get the money back before the keys go out. So it's likely it will be probably very early in February. And I think our first closed beta test weekend will probably be in the later parts of February, because if you guys know me, if I can delay anything, I will. I delayed growing up. I've delayed becoming an adult, and I delay video games. So it's my strategy. So don't expect the first weekends to be about the, the closed beta. And then I think that's it, really. I think I've covered everything. It was a good business meeting. Yeah, it's just delay it. It's like doing the dishes. Do it tomorrow. I can show you. We're working on the ranks for the game. Do you guys want to see something? I can show you one last thing, and then I got to go. I wanted to keep this under 30 minutes, and I've got 5 minutes left, so I'm doing pretty good. Ranks are cool. Yeah, ranks are cool. Too many channels. Too many channels. Let me click. Yeah. There you are. This is you guys. You're unranked. Can you guys see this? Let me just check. Yeah. You have a little box over your head. And then you'll be like, Wood rank. They're gonna get renamed. Iron. There's some changes already. We've changed. And then we have 4 specials, these, but we're just kind of playing with the back of them. And this is the cool thing, right? So only one of you will be ever able to have this rank. This is the Diabotical logo, essentially, right? And if you get over... Silver rank is orange. It's also silver, and it's not called silver rank. It's just test, all right? Work in progress. Free next. Last time you were invited to the business meeting. And then, so if you get over a certain MMR, we'll put you in groups of like top 1,000, and you'll get a little number underneath, right? And then basically, if you're number 1, you'll have the Diabotical logo from the game. But it's going to be red because we've already done more versions. And so it kind of goes, this is top, this is second top. And then most of you will probably be, I mean, all of you guys in chat are probably going to be wood rank, to be fair. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Don't get too excited about this. You guys aren't. This isn't you. So, if you don't play your 10 placement games, you'll be a box. Wood looks the nicest, whatever. We have lots of... We've gone through some iterations on this. They're quite funny. There was a combination of Danny, Omar, and me being a dictator getting these done. But we did a really fast turnaround in compared to what we normally are like at times. I'll open up another image. And then I've got 2 minutes left. But I think I've explained everything that's going to happen. I mean, we could get sillier with the ranks. We can always change them in the future. Let me have a look. Sorry, I don't have everything on hand. This is like an earlier version. So look, you can also be squid head rank. Paper bag. Is this headpiece still in? Because it's really good. I'm not sure. You want to be the egg? You like the gold? No, you don't get gold. Because we have gold backgrounds. Wait, let me see. Is that headpiece still in? Where'd it go? Did I kill that headpiece? No, I killed... I like this headpiece. Whatever. Anyway, ranked gameplay and all that stuff will probably come later, not week 1 and week 2. But we do have a skill matchmaking in the background. Anyway, I got 1 minute. 1 final minute of the show. Oh, no, time's out. I can take 1 question. 1 question and make it a goodie. Yeah, the stress test or the stress test is more about netcode, bugs, servers, etc. And if the game is shit. All your questions are bad. Will Epic advertise the game, and how will they do it if so? Yeah, Epic will advertise it. They have a really big Instagram and social media, way bigger than us. Our Twitter account has been pretty inactive because it was on my Twitch email, and I don't work there anymore, so I can't recover it. So I've bugged my contacts to bug their contacts that someone at Twitch is going to get me my Twitter account back for Play Diabotical. So I didn't realize that because I haven't used it for like over a year. But that's something that we're going to fix. And then I'm not going to make a new Twitter account. Can't be bothered. Someone at Twitter is going to help me. It's fine. And all the modding and dedicated server stuff, I don't know yet. And minimum spec, I'm not sure yet. But we'll find out, right, during the stress test weekends. We'll see how many problems it will bring. It'll probably be a nightmare. And we're not going to take a vacation, obviously, after we ship the game. We're actually quite looking forward to working on a live game and seeing what you guys do. Yeah, I had to bother Get Right because like the famous people in esports, because I'm out of the famous side now. I'm kind of washed up. I'm like Red Eye, but I've accepted defeat. So there's no point going on camera anymore because it's it doesn't help. But Get Right is he's helped me basically get in contact. Get Right's legit. He was the guy who posted, what's it called, when we were looking for an animator. He retweeted me, and then we got an animator because of Get Right, because he's famous. And then we got an animator called Nico in Denmark. He's really good. Even though he gets quite confused a lot of the time because our engine's a bit messy, so he forgets all the little things. Yeah, basically, Get Right streaming the game is all we need, we figure. So we're saving so much money on marketing. Yeah, in terms of esports and stuff like that, what I will say is just like, because I know some of you are interested in esports, and I'll do that as the final thing. The test tourneys, right, which is like 100K prize money. It's multi-region, so you're not going to win much money in here. These are really important to us because I have like 4 sponsors that are pretty much just like, we want to see the test tourneys. And I'm like, okay. So if they go well, we should be able to increase potentially what our esports might look like. And also I've got a lot of teams who are like, yeah, we want a team, but we'd like to see some test tourneys and stuff like that. So that won't happen like week 1, week 2, blah, blah, blah. We're going to make sure the game's good, but the test tourneys will be standalone. So we do like a standalone Wipeout to test Wipeout, Duel, TDM. We just do like standalone tournaments just to see what is fun to watch and what feels good for the pros or people who want to be pros. And from that data, we should be able to turn in. I mean, CTF's tough because CTF is 5v5, and we think that our our tournament series might be more 3v3, because having more than 3 players in an esports team becomes really expensive. And when you play 4v4 plus in arena FPS games, it's impossible to follow, right? So we have MacGuffin instead and stuff like that. But Wipeout, I think people like it, but I think it's abusable. So I'm not sure if 3v3 Wipeout. Yeah, it will be 3v3 TDM. So I put these 2 kind of on hold in design-wise because I don't get any time to implement anything I want right now because everyone's so busy. I think 3v3 Sacrifice would have been good. I think 3v3 TDM works. I've tested it in both Quake Live and Diabotical, and I was quite happy with the results in Quake Live. Diabotical, though, obviously, child game, wasn't that fun. But hopefully we can improve it. We'll see. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think that's it. I stay for an extra 5 minutes. Basically, I'm like one of those celebrities that goes to a premiere, you know what I mean? Like Tom Cruise. And, he hangs out for like 12 hours before the show just to sign autographs. I mean, obviously, I'm slightly bigger than him. So 5 minutes, pretty much, is very similar to Tom Cruise's 12 hours. So you're welcome, everybody. Looking forward to you guys shouting at me shortly in the future about refunds, about when your keys are coming, and if the game sucks or doesn't work. But also hoping that it goes better, so I don't have to be the guy that you shout at. And to sign us off, we can play a song that was linked in the Discord, which I thought was really funny. I don't know who made it. I want to say Marky Music, because he's a massive memer, and he's been doing lots of memey things. But anyway, to play us out, some random clip that someone made, and then I'm closing down the stream. And I'll talk to you guys next month, and I'll probably do a stream when I definitely know we're gonna, or at least I'll tell you when to expect the keys, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna drop them out of the blue. I will say, hey. And the only other thing about getting these keys, because they're under NDA, is really annoying, is you can't use Reddit and say, like, this sucks, because then everyone reads it. So we have to put some sort of in-game feedback reporting. Yeah, so we'll see. And also check out our new logo, by the way, in the main channel. It's amazing. And if any of you have any other tattoos that you want to get, you want to strategically get something tattooed over it, that's the logo, right? So I've done you all a big favor. Okay, playing us out. See you guys later. I'll come back in February.
Oh, give me a key, James, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in diabolical and smiley blue. Oh, give me a key, James, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in diabolical and smiley blue. Oh, won't you give me a key?
Fucking knew it was Marky Music. It even sounds like him, doesn't it? He's such a memer. Anyway, creds to him. It made us laugh. Catch you guys later. See you February.